Alrighty, guys, how's it going? Sorry I've been away for so long. Dealing with some work stuff and getting everything rolling out here. Um, this is a review and addendum of the Stern CNC belt drive for the Exceed Hannibal, Red Cat Rampage, and the HPI Maverick Blackout. All of them run the same transmission plate, so all the Red Cat cars, all the Exceed, the Hannibal, the Barca, and the Wild Bull all have the same tranny plate. It's not aluminum from Exceed. You have to buy that separate. I just got this in a couple months back. All the aluminum's on the truck. Everything's good to go. But about the belt drive, I chose the one to one ratio from Stern CNC. It's out of Germany. Uh, it's a really, really awesome system. Comes in four parts, pretty much. You get the main drive wheel, you get the idler wheel, and then you get the flanged um, other drive wheel. It runs really good. It's a one-to-one ratio. Good belts. They're belts that they use in they're basically like the Volkswagen belts for the old transmissions on the Volkswagens. Like if you ever took apart a really, really old Volkswagen, some of the tranny parts have belts on them. But that's where that came from. It's a really robust system. I love it. It runs great. Being a one-to-one, this thing flies. I'll cover my entire football field up at the high school that I went to in 4 seconds at like 55 miles an hour and still have plenty to go with that motor, not at full RPMs. So I'm really excited to get my new 36cc Roven in there. I just finished that motor last week. Haven't broken it in yet. It's still way too hot out here in Arizona. Um, got a couple other things on order too. I'm going to be replacing my servos, going with the high tech quarter scale servos. They're 334 ounces, 343 ounces of torque. They're really awesome servos, and read up about them before I decided to get it. But yeah, this system is awesome. Um, I'm not sure if they're still around. I know this was version 2. Then he came out with a version 3 that basically came with a brand new plate. It was all polymer and carbon fiber mixed together. It was a really, really neat looking system. Um, the idler pulley was on a spring, so that way you can adjust it, like if you wanted it tighter or looser, stuff like that. Mine's fairly tight. Like I haven't had any problems with the belt flying off or anything like that. I love it. It's a really good system. But yeah, like most people don't know, like with the Red Cat Rampage right here, it's basically the HPI Maverick Blackout. That's basically what that truck is. Red Cat just picked up, you know, the version of the truck and then called it the Red Cat Rampage. But if you're lucky enough to find a Maverick Blackout, it's the same truck. It's just a little bit more robust parts because HPI likes to spend a lot of money on their stuff, and that's why you pay a lot more for it. This is a generic of a Red Cat, and it's the Red Cat Dune Runner. That's what this truck's based off of. And all the parts from the Dune Runner and the Red Cat MT, with the exception of the roll cage, are all interchangeable. Everything. Fuel tank's a little bit different on the Rampage compared to this one, but all in all, it's a really good system. Um, just look them up if you want to get them. They should still be on eBay. It's a Stern CNC. They're out of Germany. It does take a little bit of time to get. It took me about 3.5, 4 weeks for this to come in, and I got it after I just kept blowing up gears. And this one comes stock with nylon gears, and I didn't feel like spending the money for the metal, so I decided, you know what, I'll go with the belt drive. Belt drive is awesome. I haven't had any problems with it whatsoever. Other than the first time I took it out, I didn't Loctite it, so the screws came out a little bit, and it would free spin, and then I Loctited them. Haven't had any problems since, and this thing is a beast. This transmission works. You know, everybody always knocks, you know, Metal Gears over belt drives. You know, when RC cars first went four-wheel drive, you know, they didn't really have, you know, the drive shafts and all that stuff. Like you look at the HPIs and the Koshimo cars, you know, when they first came out, they were belt driven. You know, they were reliable and they lasted longer, you know, and then they started going to shafts, and this has a shafts throughout it other than the transmission. Like I'm okay with Metal Gears, but you know, this system is also, I think the total weight I think is 54 grams as as opposed to like I think like 132 grams for all the Metal Gears and stuff like that. So it's a really light, well put together system. It's all CNC machined, and it works. You know, I haven't had any problems with it whatsoever, and I love it. It's an awesome transmission. You know, they're really good, really easy to put together. Um, Belt system. You know, it's not complicated. You know, they have several different ratios you can get, but I like the 1-to-1. The 1-to-1 works for me. This is a 53-pound truck with everything all on it now, and I love it. It's an awesome vehicle. You know, I highly recommend Stern CNC for people if you can find them or track them down. You know, they have them for the HPI Bajas as well. You just got to track them down. That's the thing, guys. But other than that, it's supposed to be cooling off here in the next couple weeks, so I'm more than likely going to be starting up the motor very soon, and I'll show you what that looks like here in just a minute, guys. Sneak peek here, guys. I'm going to make another video. I don't want to make these too long because I'm uploading these from a phone, so it takes a little bit of time on YouTube to upload them. So this is the next video right here, and I'm going to start it here in just a minute. If you like the first one there about the transmission, like, comment, subscribe. I answer any questions you guys need. As always, this is David from Blake Racing Motorsports. More coming at you. Summer's coming. Can't wait to run it. Especially when we get into the winter, because this truck is going to be awesome.